Good morning, Ms. Stella and friends. We are from the affirmative team. Let me introduce my team. So I'm Fefe as the first speaker. This is Jovanka as the second speaker. This is Nico as the third speaker. And this is Juan as the reply speaker. Parents in the world have different styles in educating their children. Ways our parents educating the children in America is surely different from those who live in Asia. That's because they have different culture and tradition. Of course, it is influenced by some factors such as social status or social economy. So the following topic is that Asian parenting is completely reasonable and sometimes necessary for the kids' future. We completely believe that this statement is true. I'm going to discuss some of the reasons why Asian parenting has many benefits to the kids. The first reason is that with the Asian parenting style, the rules are crystal clear. As a result, children have a good understanding of what is and isn't acceptable. They are also highly attuned to the negative consequences of wrong behavior, so they will avoid stepping out of line. The second reason is children raised by Asian parents adhere to detailed plans that include precise instruction. Children can understand what steps must be taken to accomplish a goal. Based on parent.com, raising a child with the Asian parenting style have a positive impact on the child, like good behavior and completes. So in conclusion, Asian parenting is completely reasonable because children who are raised by the Asian parenting style have a good behavior and completes. Thank you.
Good morning, Ms. Stella and friends. I'm Kamsha, the first speaker of the negative team, and with me we have Kinan as the second speaker and Nia as the third speaker. The topic for our debate is Asian parenting is completely reasonable and sometimes necessary for the kids' future. We, the negative team, believe that this statement is false. The first speaker of the affirmative team has tried to tell us that Asian parenting makes children have a good understanding of what is and isn't acceptable. That is wrong because most of them use anger or even violence as the children grow up to teach them what is and isn't acceptable, making them afraid to try new things and dependent for fear of making mistakes. She also said that children with Asian parents adhere to detailed plans and include precise instruction. That is also wrong because that behavior occurs as the result of authoritarian style of parenting. Authoritarian style of parenting can lead to depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, becoming rebellious, having difficulty thinking critically, and being emotionally withdrawn. For my arguments, I will be discussing Asian parents' high expectation and pressure. My first point is Asian parents had expectation toward their children academically. Children have intense learning and they have little time for relaxation. Even in the future, these children succeed. Most of them end up with physical issues in the adulthood. Based on scmp.com, 25% of children in Hong Kong were hit by mental disorder in the past year. The research team has identified the most significant factors affecting respondents' mental health as parents' expectation on the child academic performance. Now for my second point, Asian parents pressure their children's future. Asian parents always interfere in the children's choice of studies, jobs, and sports. Such leads to children being timid, dependent, stressed, and insecure. Based on NPR.org and South China Morning Post, Chinese parents force their children to attend many after-school sessions until 11 at night. They require their children to study hard to take the Kakao test for admission to general university and college, which will provide the students with fair chance of changing the course of their lives, making children to be overworked and stressed. So, in conclusion, we disagree with Asian parenting style of ignoring physical and mental health over smartness. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm the second speaker of the affirmative team. I want to take some of the points that the first speaker of the negative team said. First, Asian parents' expectation ruins children's mental health. We can see that this helps the children to set their goal. They would know what they need to achieve. It is said by datapandas.org that China, followed by Japan, is the most advanced country in the world. This proves that Asian parenting could bring lots of benefits for their world, such as technology. The second point that the first speaker of the negative team said that Asian parents pressure their children's future. This is completely wrong because not every children know what they want to do for a living. Most people are mistaken with the way of their parents direct their children to the right path as forcing them, which is wrong because parents have the more experience in life than the children have. It is understandable that they try to help them for their future. In fact, parents are also lived in their first life. They are learning on how to educate their children. So that's why it is understandable for parents to help their children to achieve the bright future. Let me state our arguments. Parents still think that their way of educating is the best way for children as they know what they need. Parents repeated what they got from their parents too, and it is proven successful because it is a tradition and a positive value in a family from generation to generation. Kids who are educated by Asian parents are proven to be more respectful towards elders. This helps to build strong familial bonds and a sense of community. Asian parents prioritize spending time and taking care of each other, which can lead to a greater emotional well-being and stronger support system. According to Nathan Chen, Asian parenting is often misunderstood as the strict disciplinary methods used. While some may see this as the abusive or overly harsh, it is important to remember that these methods are often culturally ingrained and are intended to teach children the importance of discipline and responsibility. To make everything clear, once again, we agree with the idea of Asian parenting in educating their children. Thank you.
Hi, Miss Stella and friends. I'm Kinan as the second speaker of the negative team. We have to come to a decision that we disagree with the topic. The second affirmative speaker said that kids with Asian parenting are proven to be more respectful to the elders, so it builds strong family bonds and a sense of community. I don't understand how it can build strong family bonds and a sense of community while also potentially traumatizing the child. She also said that parents repeat what they got from their parents, and it was proven successfully. But I'm questioning the credibility in the way you say it was proven successfully. Besides that, Asian parenting styles in the past and nowadays are very different. Based on thefamilyshed.com, Asian parents were known for their strictness, especially in the past. When children make a mistake, their parents will immediately hit them. So don't you think it shouldn't be repeated by their parents to their children? Our first speaker has already stated that Asian parents have high expectation of their children and pressure their children's future. Now I will be telling you that the Asian parenting style is under price and over punishment. As a start, Asian parents over criticize and over punish their children because of their high expectation and using tiger parenting to fulfill their desires. But why are they using the tiger parenting method? According to verywellfamily.com, tiger parenting refers to a strict method of parenting that is meant to make children focused on their studies. To illustrate my point, as reported by the Washington Post, a girl named Jennifer Pan from Vietnam has experienced horrible tiger parenting. She felt depressed because of the huge demands their parents had invested to ensure success in her life. And in 2010, she decided to end her family life. Asian parents also underprice and underreward their children, focusing more on discipline or criticisms rather than recognizing their good performance. As reported by Psychology Today, an interview with a Chinese male named Winston and his father, Winston said his father always criticized everything about him. Parents often use criticism as a tool to motivate their children to do better and work harder. But I believe this can actually make them feel more miserable as they believe their efforts are insufficient. As a final word, let me summarize my POV. Asian parenting often involves underprice and over-punishment, often using tiger parenting to focus on studies and criticize children, leading to feelings of depression and lack of confidence. Thank you.
Hello, Madam Chairman. Hello, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic of our debate is that Asian parenting is completely reasonable and sometimes necessary for the children. We, the affirmative team, believe that this statement is true. The speaker of the negative team states that this is wrong because the children sometimes gets depressed because parents have high expectation of the children. This is true, but the children can adapt to the depression and be more resistant to depression. The second speaker states that Asian parents overpunish and over-criticize because of their high expectation of the children. This is wrong because they are their parents and they know their children limits and what they can and cannot do. Our first speaker spoke to you about how the Asian parenting makes the rule crystal clear. Because of the crystal clear rules, the children will know what they can and cannot do. They also know what they will get if they do the wrong thing, so they avoid this wrong behavior as much as possible. She also spoke to you about Asian parents adhering to detailed plans. With the detailed plans, children can understand what steps must be taken to accomplish a goal. With this kind of parenting, children can behave well, regularly, and obediently. Our second speaker told you that Asian parents prioritize spending time and taking care of each other, which can lead to greater emotional well-being and stronger support system. Because of this, the kids raised by Asian parents tend to give more respect to their elder compared to what kids raised with other styles. So, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, our team thinks that the Asian parenting style is completely reasonable and sometimes necessary for the children, because children raised with Asian parenting style have good behavior, compliance, resistant to peer pressure, and are more empathetic, kind, and warm.
Okay. Good morning, Miss Stella and friend. My name is Niel, the third speaker of the negative team. The topic for today is ASEAN parenting is completely reasonable and sometimes necessary for the kids' future. We, the negative team, believe that this statement is false. The first affirmative speaker has tried to tell you that the ASEAN parenting style educate their children wisely and strictly with consequences. This is wrong because teaching with the consequences is the same as abusing children, which later can bring some other psychological problems such as trauma that they will remember till the children become old. The second affirmative speaker has tried to tell you that ASEAN parenting style includes precise instruction so that children can behave. This is wrong because such parenting can cause some depression not only by the parents but also the children. Parents are never satisfied with their children, and children are stressful to make parents happy instead of making themselves happy. The third affirmative speaker has tried to tell you that ASEAN parenting style with strong family bonds. This is wrong because there are many evidence that children only obey parents only when parents are around them, but children become different when they are with their peers. Children try to cover what they do with their friends. Children do not want to parents to know about that activity with their parents and their friends. They are not open with their parents because they are afraid of the consequences. The summary is, we believe that ASEAN parents' teaching style is wrong. Our first speaker spoke to you that ASEAN parents expect too much from their children and this pressure them to do their best. This correlates with the Chinese value of filial piety, that children have to show moral value to parents who ask to bringing the family better future. This is wrong because not all children are born with the talent and perfect IQ and AQ. She also said ASEAN parents pressure their children's future jobs and spouses. This is correctly with the Chinese teaching of Confucius. Value such as respect leads to the pursuit of future excellence and thus always interferes in the deciding children's future choice in jobs and spouses. This is wrong because children end up with no freedom, timidity, and insecurity. These are all psychology issues. Our second speaker spoke to you that ASEAN parents underpraise and under-reward the children. This is partly because of parent-style parenting. The more parents push, the better the children are, comparing their kids normal. However, this result in a backfire in the future that children had their parents. Our second speaker also said that ASEAN parents over criticize and over punish. This is just ASEAN nature of being authoritarian parents. However, this has no difference from abuse. This is will result in children low self-esteem and independence. Feeling unloved, children will push their parents when they are old. So, Mr. and my friends, in conclusion, we disagree with the ASEAN parenting style. Children are frequently reminded of their fault, but what about their parents? Nobody is perfect. Parents cannot run away from the mistake. Their good intention of bringing up their children do not always result in great result. ASEAN parents are great encouraging a high performance in school and making sure their children achieve as a middle class first world income with a stable job. What they get wrong is severely influencing their child to pursue money over passion, using way too much negative reinforcement to parents and limiting their child real. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kinan as the reply speaker. I will summarize the issues of the debate and ultimately prove why our team has clearly won this debate. In the affirmative team's perspective, Asian parenting is very useful for child growth. By doing a parenting tradition from generation to generation, it can make children respectful to the elders and it helps to build strong familial bonds. Also, it can make the children know which one is good or bad for them. But in the negative team's perspective, Asian parenting can cause trauma for the child. Lack of time to play with friends, demands for perfect grades, always criticized about everything even if they achieve good achievements. This all makes them afraid of making mistakes and feel like whatever they do is not enough to be appreciated by their parents. We have proven how an Asian parenting method brings more harm than benefit because it can make a child become someone who isn't confident, never feels enough about their achievement, and feels miserable. They will always be required to meet their parents' expectation. Our team also has well-credentialed resource for our every argument and speak with confidence. Some of the arguments from the affirmative team lack of resource and we are questioning the credibility. Thank you.
Hello, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Juan as the reply speaker for the affirmative team. I'm here to give some conclusion from what our team gets. So, from what Fefe say, that benefits of Asian parenting, in conclusions, the benefits of Asian parenting, characterized by clear rules and structured plans, contribute to children's understanding of boundaries and goal setting. This approach fosters good behaviors and compliance, ultimately setting a foundation for success in their future endeavors. Then from our speaker too say that parents teach from what their parents say too. So I can conclude that the tradition of Asian parenting passed down through generation, emphasize respect for elders, strong familial bonds, and a sense of community. While some may view the strict disciplinary methods as harsh, They are intended to instill discipline and responsibility in children, contributing to their emotional well-being and support system. Ultimately, parents believe in their methods as they know what's best for their children and aim to impart positive values for their future. Thank you.
That's all from us. Thank you, Miss.